the desert lands that forged the sword of Khalid bin Walid, the arid winds that nurtured freely the justice of Ibn Khitab, the well springs of Atabiya flowing through the generosity of Usman ibn Affan, the empire that cleansed the ages of darkness and lit the human heart, was not an empire bought by gold or conquered by sword, but it was an empire established by the Muslims in the name of Allah. Iqra, ladies and gentlemen, was the watchword of Islam, and this was when the day started to rise. Once we were known by the names of Usman, Ali, Umar and Abu Bakr, but today we are recognized as Haqqani, Bin Laden, Al-Qaeda and Taliban. Once we were respected for our piety and virtues, but today we are disgraced for our injustice and immorality, because today we have forgotten the courage of Khalid bin Walid. We have forgotten the wisdom of Umar Farooq, forgotten the passion of Abu Bakr Siddiq, forgotten the bravery of Muhammad bin Qasim, forgotten the ideology of Tipu Sultan, forgotten the vision of Iqbal and Jinnah, and forgotten the sacrifice of Hussein ibn Ali. So shame on us. Shame on us, for we do not believe that we are not a day rising, ladies and gentlemen, but the darkness itself, that I am not a day rising. Ladies and gentlemen, it is easy to be indifferent, yet happy after all. If you've never felt the stinging darkness of segregation and suppression, but if you've ever seen vicious mobs lynch your mothers and fathers at will and drown your sisters at whim, if you've seen Zionist soldiers kick, curse, brutalize and even kill your loved ones, if you've seen drone attacks with your own eyes and have given shoulder to the corpse of your own kin, if you've ever found your tongue twisted and your speech stammering while trying to explain your 10-year-old son that the ethnic cleansing in Bosnia was rooted in religion, if you've ever find tears dwelling up your granddaughter's eyes as she looks at the picture of her mother, which flashes back memories from the night she committed suicide after 2 Indian soldiers ruthlessly raped her, and when you find your only son distorts his own personality, adapts bitterness towards society to become one more extremist, and when you're intimidated day in and day out by the nagging headlines of Islamic fundamentalism, when your first name becomes radical, your middle name becomes Islamist, and your last name becomes Masood, when you're constantly fighting a degenerative sense of nobodiness, living between the devil and the deep sea, not knowing what to expect next, then, ladies and gentlemen, you'll understand that I am not a day rising, but I am the darkness itself. Worthy Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, it's time we take a stand. It's time we redeem ourselves and be the day that is yet to rise. So with the perseverance of our holy prophet, who desired a paradise even for those who pelted him with stones, I step forward. With the determination of Jinnah, who despite of great offences, carved Pakistan on the map of the world, I step forward. With the ideology of Tipu Sultan, who preferred living a single day as a lion rather than 1,000 as a jackal, I step forward. And ladies and gentlemen, with every single drop of blood that painted Karbala red, I step forward. Let's join hands to lighten up the darkness that lurks in our hearts today. Let's break the shackles of slavery. Let's understand that these stars, the jewels of history, the sun that sets, rises one day. The darkness when spreads leaves no space for the light. But the day when rises, it lends no support to the night. It's your choice.